Halal, Yahweh, Bashem, Yoshe, Basham, Kodash, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yoshe, Shalom. Let this truth and witness on Jim Shalom.
Every one of us is given in Ephesians 4 and 7. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Yahushua. Because remember, it's Yahushua that's feeding us. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that's feeding us this truth. Because he was given the full portion. And he's given us the spoonfuls each one of us, can handle. He's the one that's giving out the gifts. So let's go back to Romans. This is what most men are not willing to do because they don't see the benefit in the long run. So you mean I got to give up my Saturdays? I may have to give up my wife and my children. I may have to give up my job. Because they don't see but what's in front of them. That's all they see. They don't see the magnitude of the kingdom of heaven and what's coming. So all they figure is, this is all I got. I ain't gonna give this up for nobody. So they will not be willing to set their bodies as a living sacrifice, which is our reasonable service. Yahushua did it for us. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And it's a mind-changing thing, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. Because if we have that old man mentality, we're not going to get the secrets and the spirit to be able to push out what is acceptable in the sight of the Most High. And we're made spectacles unto the world, and being made spectacles unto the world, most people are not willing to do that, especially Jake. Jake is all about, being cool and, if anything, being known for something cool, not to be ridiculed, So it says that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. It says, for I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly according as the Most High have dealt to every man the measure of faith. So we're going to deal with this. But first, let's deal with the first part of this. For I say, through the grace given unto me, because this is a grace thing that we were given. But you have individuals that have received this grace and act as if they were the ones that came up with it and became puffed up and vain in their own mind. To every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly. So now let's go from there to the book of 1 Corinthians 4. Let me see where I was going to start at. Verse 4. It says, for I know nothing by myself, yet am I not here. See, so this is the Apostle Paul saying, for I know nothing by myself. In other words, whatever knowledge the Apostle Paul had, which is great knowledge, this is why the Apostle Peter praised him on it. He's saying he don't know anything by himself. What we know is given to us through the revelation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the ability to have the mind to think of lessons, to think of topics, to think of titles for lessons, to isolate certain scriptures, to find certain information. This is all given to us by Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, that inspiration. That's why the scriptures speak about the scriptures are inspiration given by the Most High. It's by the Most High. It says, yet am I not hereby justified, but he that judges me is the Lord. So he's saying he's not justified in himself, but his justification comes from the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Therefore judge nothing before the time until the Lord come, who both will bring to light the hidden things of darkness and will make manifest the counsels of the hearts. And then shall every man have praise of who? The Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Not just the praise of man. And these things, brethren, I have in a figure transferred to myself and to Apollos for your sakes. Why? So he's taking that upon themselves. Say, yeah, we doing great works, but of ourselves, we don't know anything. You see, it said that you might learn in us not to think of men above that which is written, that no man of you be puffed up one against another. Why? Because that's what happens. You get individuals that learn the knowledge, and then they start bickering with each other because now you know I know more than you know more than me, and let's debate. You know, cats get in that mind frame. It says, "For who maketh thee to differ from another?" Because the Most High is the one that made us to be different one from another. And what hast thou? Listen good, that thou didst not receive. So what do you have in this knowledge and these scriptures and the ability to break them down that you didn't receive? Because prior to you even learning about this truth on YouTube, you didn't know shit. You know, prior to us learning from our elders back in the days, we didn't know shit until the Lord tapped into our minds and opened us up. So now if thou didst receive it, so if you received this truth, why didst thou glory as if thou hadst not received it? Yeah, you puffed up, walking around like you the shit. But you received this knowledge. If you wouldn't have received this knowledge, guess what? You wouldn't have got it. Get it?
New day, same gospel. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 21. My son, fear thou Yahweh and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change. Now, I was watching hearing a teaching, Elder Yawakani. He had said, I don't want to put words in his mouth, something to the effect of, new day, same gospel. Was it word for word? I'm not too sure. I don't want to put words in the brother's mouth, the elder's mouth. Learn this truth from great wisdom, GMS. Alright, Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. For I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. The Most High don't change. These Christians, boy, I tell you something, you be like, that's not right. The Most High don't change. He didn't change. He wasn't different yesterday, today, for the rest of eternity. The Most High don't change. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8. Yahushua HaMashiach, the same yesterday and today and forever. Be not carried about with diverse strange doctrines,